Our community connected.
And a welcome in to the Hayes Middle School for the second round of the consolation side of the girls bracket here in the Hayes City Shootout as the Hayes High Indians take on the Colby Eagles. Welcome in. I'm Jonathan Swigert along with studio producer and engineer Britt Swigert, and also along with ECTV includes Garrett Sager and company. We'll have our tip-off here in just a moment. Let's go ahead and run through our starting lineups brought to you this evening by Eagle Fusion and their unbelievable lineup of cable channels and options that make watching television easier than ever. For the Hayes High Lady Indians, they will start number 1, Talon Cleveno, the 5'6" sophomore. Cleveno had 3 points and 2 rebounds in the loss to DeSoto. Summer Smith is the 5'3" senior coming off a 4-point and 4-rebound game against DeSoto. Maddie Schlafly, the 5'5" senior, with 6 points and 3 rebounds. Haley George, the 5'11" junior, had 3 points and 4 rebounds in that loss to DeSoto. And then the 5'10" junior, Audra Schmeidler, leading the way. She had 9 points and 9 rebounds. Leading the way for the Hayes High Indians and their head coach, Kirk Maska, in his 6th season as head coach of the Lady Indians. For the Colby Lady Eagles, they will start Brinley Terrell, the 5'9" junior. She will be joined by Brielle McKee, the 5'5" junior. Also, Sheila Giebler, the 5'8" senior. And Kelly Sloan, the 5'9" senior. Kelly Sloan, by the way, was their leading scorer with 16 points in that tough loss to Great Bend. And their final starter this evening will be Hannah Strange, the 5'10" senior. So that's a quick look at our starting lineups. Once again, brought to you by Eagle Fusion. We're just about set to get this one underway. The head coach for the Colby Lady Eagles is Ryan Becker. These High Lady Indians will be in their home white uniforms with the maroon numbers. Colby, meanwhile, in their black road uniforms with the white numbers trimmed in orange. Hayes High from our left to our right, as we said, on the opposite side of the scores table. So glad you're along on this Friday evening as the Hayes High Lady Indians look to put an end to their 23-game losing streak. They take on the Colby Lady Eagles. As Haley George, the 5'11" junior, will jump it for the Hayes High Lady Indians. We are just about set to get this one underway, and it's deflected out of bounds. Last touched by the Lady Indians. Will be underway as Colby will have possession of the basketball. Hayes High with Cleveno, Smith, Schlafly, Schmeidler, and Haley George, the foul on the floor. There's a quick drive by Terrell. She's cut off in the lane. She'll play it right side for Giebler, who takes the dribble, and we got a quick foul inside. As they're working it down to Hannah Strange on the right block, the 5'10" senior Strange. And the first foul of the ball game will go on the Indians and Haley George, the 5'11" junior. 7:47 left in our opening quarter. Here's a quick pass that's thrown over the intended target, and it's stolen away. First turnover of the ball game goes to the Lady Indians. Schmeidler comes up with it. There's Cleveno on the right side. She lost it, able to get it back on the wing. Now picked up her dribble. George posting up. She'll kick it out. Schmeidler, 3 on the way, too strong. And a rebound to George, but she went over the back. And Haley George quickly in foul trouble after going over the back. And so for the first time in the ball game, we'll see the 5'9" sophomore Maddie Keller. After that offensive foul on the over the back for Haley George, just too aggressive that time. And we'll see Keller for the first time in the ball game. It's Colby, still no score with the basketball. There's McKee with the right side now. They'll swing it around the left wing for Giebler, who got into the circle. She'll take the jumper from the free throw line. Too strong, and Schmeidler's down with the defensive rebound for the Hayes High Lady Indians. Still no score early on, as we're just about a minute in to this ball game between the Lady Eagles. Smith will play it left side for Schlafly, trying to find a post up inside against this zone. Oh, Cleveno cut off. They'll play it left side. Here's the three for Schlafly. That's too strong off the backside. Rebound fought for, and it's down to Terrell. 6:45 left in our opening quarter. So they'll score. Colby back with it. Terrell will play it left side for Giebler. Not a Strange. And driving in is McKee. She'll play it back to the left wing. 6.5 remaining. And lob it up inside for Sloan. And she is fouled underneath. And so Sloan will head to the free throw line. She's able to get position on that left block. And that will be the third team foul in the first on Maddie Keller. So we saw Haley George pick up a couple of early fouls here in this first quarter. And now her replacement Keller is then first free throw from Kelly Sloan in and out. She'll get one more with no score. There's the second free throw. That one off as well. And Audra Schmeidler with her second rebound of the first quarter. The Indians trying to get on the scoreboard here against a little token pressure from the Eagles. Here's Schlafly finding a posting up Keller on the left block. She can't get it to go. Fights for her own rebound and will get a tie up underneath. And the arrow will keep it with the Lady Indians. Just a little bit strong that time for Keller underneath. 5'9" sophomore couldn't get it to go, but able to pull down that loose ball on the offensive rebound. Here's Schlafly with it on the baseline. Thought about taking that shot, but got cut off. Maybe a little bit slow. As we get another tie-up here on the near side as Schmeidler dribbled into Giebler, and we'll get the tie-up. It'll go back the other way as the Lady Indians will give it back to Colby. Schlafly a little bit gingerly jogging back as she continues to hold that left knee, maybe banked knees over there on the right baseline. So they'll score. 5:50 left in our opening quarter. Here's a three for Sloan. Too strong. That one banks off the backboard and a rebound down to the Indians as Cleveno cleared it. Now here's Schmeidler driving up the left side. She's cut off at the baseline. Back to Schlafly. Maddie into the lane. Now kicks it out, and she is fouled and still having some trouble on that leg. First foul called on the Lady Eagles on Colby, and that will be on Hannah Strange, a 5'10" senior, and Schlafly will come out of the ball game as looked like she banged knees with one of the Colby players, and so she will get a quick break as Ashlyn Parrish, the 5'7" senior, will check into the ball game. 5:39 left in this first quarter. There's a quick lob in on the block. They'll kick it back out. Three-pointer on the way is good. Ashlyn Parrish, the 5'7" senior, knocks down the three-pointer, and the Hayes High Lady Indians lead 3-0 on the three-pointer by Parrish as they go inside out with 5:25 left in this opening quarter. And here's a steal as Clemeno took it away from Haley Schindler, the 5'11" senior, just checked into the ball game, and then Schindler reached in and grabbed a hold of Clemeno, and so the Indians will get it back, and that will be the second foul on Colby, but it's the first on Schindler. So good possession that time for the Indians. Get a three-pointer on one end, get a steal on the other, and now a chance to build on that 3-0 lead. As into the ball game is Bailey Foose, the 5'5" sophomore, for the first time for the Lady Eagles. There's Schmeidler with it right wing, bounce pass Parrish, now back out to Audra Schmeidler. Step back, she'll launch on a three, too strong. Rebound fought for, it's Parrish with it, and she puts it home. 5 quick points off the bench for Ashlyn Parrish, and the Hayes High Lady Indians on top now 5-0 over the Colby Lady Eagles on their second offensive rebound. There's a pass inside as they work it down underneath, and a shot off the mark, and a rebound down to Parrish. Parrish with some good spark off the bench for the Lady Eagles. Darby Sager into the ball game for the first time. She was the one who was off on that shot for the Colby Lady Eagles. Now in the middle of that zone. Eastside with 4.5 left in the first quarter. Here's a pass inside for Schmeidler, and she is knocked to the floor. Got good position deep inside in the lane there. Got knocked to the floor, and it is on Sager, the 6-foot senior. So that'll be her first, the team's third. And Schmeidler will get a break as Emily Peckham, the 5'7" senior, into the ball game for the first time. Eastside leading 5-0, 4:27 left. Here's a quick pass for Maddie Keller that was knocked out of bounds. Had that little post-to-post screen underneath on the block. That was deflected out of bounds by Colby. 4:25 left opening quarter. Hayes leading 5-0 on 5 points off the bench from Ashlyn Parrish. And then the Hayes High Indians turn it over. That time Parrish got it to Clevino, and then Clevino right back to Parrish before Ashland had established possession or established herself in the quarter play. 4:20 left in this opening quarter. Here's a drive and a kick for Colby as they get underneath for Schindler, and we're going to get a foul on the Indians. That time, Brindley Terrell, the junior, was able to get into the lane and dump it off for Schindler, and we'll get the fourth Ace High foul. That'll be on Summer Smith, her first. And Smith will check out of the ball game. Maddie Schlafly back in, the senior. Good to see her back out there after getting a little bit banged up on the knee. So Colby back with it. Ace High leading 5-0 as they Eagles sound at the top of the key. There's Terrell with it. Nice little crossover, but got cut off on good defense by Parrish. Now she forces her player to pick up the dribble, and we'll get a foul underneath. It'll be the second on Maddie Keller, the sophomore, as Sager was trying to post up on Keller. Reached over the top of her, so Maddie Keller, 5'9" sophomore with 2 fouls. And also a pair of fouls for Haley George. She had to come out early, as now we get a held ball. Pass deflected as Parrish tangled up that time with Foose, and so the Eagles will give it back as Audra Schmeidler checks into the ball game for Hayes High. 2 new faces in as Courtney Van Eaton checks in for the first time for Colby. Also, Hannah Strange returns to the lineup for the Eagles. Now some pressure into the backcourt. Clevino able to find Schmeidler into the circle as they break that full court pressure from the Eagles. 3:50 left first quarter. Ace High leading 5-0. Here's a pass for Schlafly. Had to track it down on the right baseline. Schmeidler into the lane. Bounce pass left side on the wing. Parrish gives it up. Clevino inside for Peckham. Double teamed, and they'll call a foul underneath on Colby. Foose and Sager down there. I believe they'll get Foose on the foul. The 5'5" sophomore reached in there and grabbed a hold of the arm of Peckham. Here's Peckham on the inbound play to Schlafly to the top of the key. Here's Parrish. She'll get a 3. Baseline that's too strong. And a rebound down to Colby, and it's Sager who comes down with that defensive rebound. Colby looking to push with 3:20 left in the first quarter. There's Schindler with it in the high post. Now a bounce pass that was thrown away on the fourth Eagle turnover, and Hayes High will get it back. Strange and Sloan return to the Colby lineup. Jordan O'Malley, the 5'4" sophomore, in for the first time for the Eagles. So 3 new faces in as they try and set up that full court pressure. Schlafly with it, trying to bring it up the near side, had it knocked away, but it's out of bounds. Last touched by O'Malley, the sophomore. That time Schlafly took it right up the right sideline. And from behind, O'Malley got a piece of it, and again, pressure from Colby. Clevino picked up her dribble, able to find Parrish. She's able to get it across the timeline. It's closing on 3 minutes left, opening quarter. Ace High leading 5-0. Here's Parrish. He's got all 5 points. A bad pass that was stolen away. And now the ball's on the floor, and it's taken back by Schmeidler. Audra got it back on the baseline. She'll find Schlafly, who had it knocked away. Audra saves it, but right in the hands of O'Malley, and then she is fouled. Both teams have trouble holding on to the basketball, as it looks like we're going to have a timeout taken by the Colby Lady Eagles. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 5-0 in favor of the Hayes High Lady Indians. All 5 points by Ashlyn Parrish coming off the bench. Knocked down a 3-pointer and then added a bucket on the very next possession. That's all the scoring here in the early going. The game brought to you in part by Davis Automotive, a Lewis Automotive Group, Jeter Law Firm, State Glass Company, Cornerstone Orthodontics, and Imity of Hayes. Out of the timeout, it will be Colby basketball. Eagles with Alkia in right in front of their bench. Hayes High, Brooke Russell, the 5'6" senior, in for the first time, along with Clevino, Schlafly, Peckham, Schmeidler, the 5 on the floor. 2:40 left, opening quarter. Colby with it. On the left wing is Van Eaton. She'll give it up to Strange. And Strange plays it on the right wing as here's a drive in and a layup off the mark that time for Giebler. Fight for the rebound. The putback is too strong, and then we get a foul on the rebound. It's Audra Schmeidler again underneath, pulling down the rebound. Had 9 in the loss to DeSoto. Boy, battling underneath there, pulls down another one. With 2:27 left is Brindley Terrell, the 5'9" junior, will check back into the Colby lineup. And again, that full court pressure here from the Colby Eagles. Ace high, just able to get it in as Russell, and then it's thrown away by Clemento. Stolen, and the first score of the ball game for Giebler and the Lady Eagles. And we'll get a timeout on the floor with 2:20 left here in this first quarter, taken by Hayes High. It's their first timeout as Hayes High turned it over. That time, Clemento got it along the baseline. She tried to go right back to Brooke Russell, who keyed it in, and it was stolen away by Giebler, and she laid it up. So the senior, with her first bucket of the ball game, makes it 5-2. With 2:20 left here in the first quarter. Same 5 on the floor for the Lady Indians, with Peckham and Schmeidler here at midcourt. Brooke Russell to key it in. She can run the baseline, throws it over the top, able to find Schlafly. Maddie Schlafly running the floor, and then had it knocked away by O'Malley from behind, and it's stolen by the Eagles. Colby will race across the timeline with Terrell. Nobody stopped her all the way down, lays it up for a nice layup underneath. It's too strong, but O'Malley the rebound and slip it back. Van Eaton had a look at it, but pulled down the offensive rebound did Courtney O'Malley, and it's a 1-point game at 5-4. So here's Peckham on the other end as Hayes able to get it across that timeline with 1:50 and counting now in the first quarter. Russell in some trouble along the right baseline, able to find Smith cutting in. Summer forces up a shot, and she's going to head to the free throw line. Good cut by Summer Smith. Hayes High senior able to cut to the basket, and with 1:45 left, that is the 6th team foul. It's on Courtney Van Eaton, her first. So both teams with 6 team fouls as Smith's first free throw rattles off. Summer Smith had 4 points and 4 rebounds in the loss to DeSoto. 32% free throw shooter on the season a year ago. Haley George waits to check back in. Free throw up for Smith. They had it a rattle around, and it's off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Peckham got it back for the Indians, and now Peckham double teamed, and we'll get a held ball underneath, and the arrow will belong to the Lady Eagles. Hayes High's done a nice job getting to the free throw, getting the offensive rebounds as George will check in for Peckham. Just haven't been able to finish underneath. 1:41 left in the opening quarter, and a 5-4 lead for Hayes High Lady Indians. Colby on a 4-0 run. There's a pass underneath for Sloan. She had it knocked away on a block, and Schmeidler will come out of there with it, and they'll get a foul. Actually, say it was just knocked out of bounds by Colby. Hayes High will retain possession of the basketball. Good defense by Audra Schmeidler. Here's a press break in. Maddie Schlafly all the way to the basket. Right side layup is good. Hayes High on top now, 7-4. Schlafly take that pass and went the leak to the floor. 1:17 and counting in this opening quarter, 7-4. First bucket of the ball game for Schlafly. Left side, there's a drive underneath, then a shot up that rattles off the mark that time for Giebler, but an offensive rebound. Now a shot blocked underneath as Terrell got it, got her own miss, and can't get that one to go, and it's Haley George who will come out of there with it, and then they'll call a foul underneath, and Haley George will head to the free throw line. Both teams really crashing the offensive glass here with just under a minute remaining in this first quarter. Haley George able to come out of there with it. And now she'll head to the free throw line for the first time of the ball game. She's been saddled with foul trouble. Picked up 2 fouls early. And now we'll shoot a 1-on-1. First free throw up, and it's good. Hayes High leads by 4 at 8-4. George, 63% free throw shooter on the season a year ago, had 3 points in the loss to DeSoto. One more up, and it's good. 9-4 in favor of the Hayes High Lady Indians on a pair of free throws for Haley George. Under 50 seconds left in the opening quarter of action. Hayes High matches their biggest lead of the ball game at 5. There's pass underneath for Sloan, the senior. She was their leading scorer, but Hayes High's done a nice job using that zone against Sloan, and now she'll take a 3 and missed everything from the top of the key. Hayes High will get it back. Sloan had 16 in the game against Great Bend. Has not scored yet in the ball game. Schmeidler will check out. Ashlyn Parrish turns to the lineup for the Hayes High Indians. Also, Jordan O'Malley will check in for Colby as they set up that full court pressure. Russell to key it in. Brooke able to find Haley George. Now right back to Brooke Russell. Russell to Smith. And now Summer works it across the timeline. Little trap look from Colby. Hayes High able to beat it. Here's Russell, long 2. It'll skip off. Rebound Schlafly, and the putback is good. Addie Schlafly with 4 in the first quarter. 11 to 4 in favor of the Lady Indians on their 4th offensive rebound of the quarter. Here's 7 seconds left in the quarter, and a big three-pointer that's good for Brenley Terrell with just 2 seconds left. Schlafly with a baseball pass that comes up short. 11-7 in favor of the Hayes High Lady Indians. Good start. On to the second quarter next. This is Hayes High Indian basketball.
Hayes High 11.
Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Carpet One of Hayes Vitstum Decorating Center, providing you with quality service selection and value since 1945. Thomas More Prep Marion, worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling, serving central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building dreams for over 30 years. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Home Oil and Supply, serving the Hayes area since 1963. Lifetime Dental Care, providing your family health, function, and beauty. Insurance Planning, insurance for the way you work and live. Swift Services, Ted and Shelley Fuchs are proud to support area youth. Hayes Chevrolet, they have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. M&D Incorporated, building the backbone of our community.
Hayes High Lady Indians led by as many as 7 in that first quarter, but Colby able to trim it back to 4 and 11-7 as we get set to begin the second quarter of action. Hayes High with Schlafly, along with Cleveno, Ashlyn Parrish, Audra Schmeidler, and Maddie Keller, the 5 on the floor. Here's a pass right side for Schmeidler. Hayes High leading 11-7 to begin the second quarter. Working against that Colby zone defense. Schlafly to the top of the key. She'll play it right back to Parrish. And we'll get a whistle underneath at a 3-second call. Now on the 5-line sophomore, Maddie Keller. Hayes High with their 6th turnover of the ball game. Both teams turned it over a number of times in that first quarter. Colby will come back with Brielle McKee, the junior, picked up her dribble. Now to the left wing here for Giebler. Back to Terrell. She had a big 3 right before the end of the first quarter. Is driving is O'Malley, and this pass knocked out of bounds by Schlafly. Played by the 5'5 senior. Hayes High leading by 4. At 11-7, back in there. Man-to-man offense. Colby with the basketball, trailing by 4, and we'll get a travel here on the right side as the sophomore O'Malley took off with the basketball before she could get it on the floor. Turnover number 7 on the Lady Eagles. 7:16 left in the second quarter. Colby again with some pressure in the backcourt as Schlafly will work it across the timeline, working on McKee. And that's a pass to Cleveno, who drives in. Finds Keller, now right side. Schmeidler, she'll take the 3 and got it to go. On to Schmeidler, her first field goal of the ball game, and it's back to a 7-point lead for the Hayes High Lady Indians at 14-7. 6:50 and counting. It's wide open is Schneider, and then it's stolen away. It's taken away by Parrish. She'll drive up, left-handed layup goes. Hayes High with their largest lead in the ball game at 9 as Ashlyn Parrish now with 7 first-half points. And that comes off of a steal. The Indians on top 16-7. Parrish off the bench with 7 points. Driving, and here's a pass that's deflected. A dangerous pass by Giebler. Got it back on the three. Missed the rim at the backboard, but an offensive rebound pulled down by Terrell. She'll give it off for a jumper for Schneider, who let it go and missed it short. And then the offensive rebound down to Terrell, and she was out of bounds. So Hayes High will get it back. Colby's done a nice job of crashing the glass. They have 6 offensive rebounds in the first half. Hayes High has the lead. Here's Clevino. Bounce pass to Schlafly as they get it across the timeline. Closing in on 6 minutes left in this second quarter. Hayes High with their largest lead of the ball game at 9. Here's a three for Schlafly. Too strong off the iron, knocked out of bounds by Haley George, who just checked in a moment ago. And it will be Colby basketball. Hayes High 2 of 6 from three-point range. It's Ashlyn Parrish and Audra Schmeidler with a couple of threes. Hayes High now with some full court pressure. They try and speed up the Lady Eagles. Colby able to break it 2-on-3. Bounce pass underneath, and the layup is good for Hannah Strange. 16-9. Colby cuts the lead back to 7. So there's a drive. All the way to the basket goes Clevino, on a left side layup is good. Talon Clevino with her first field goal of the ball game. It's a 9-point game again. There's a three on the other end for the Eagles. That one about halfway down and out for Brinley Terrell, and the rebound cleared by the Hayes High Lady Indians. Really is still into the backcourt, and it's stolen away. Good play by Terrell to take that one away as Clevino turned it over and stop, pull up, can't hit the jumper. But an offensive rebound and a stick back good underneath. And we get a timeout taken by the Indians as Coach Maska fired up over there on the sideline. It's 18-11 after another offensive rebound given up by the Hayes High Lady Indians. Underneath that time, Giebler able to get the layup, and it's a 7-point game. 5:01 left here in this second quarter. Hayes High Indian basketball brought to you by Discovery Drilling, Orwell Construction and Roofing, Progressive Physical Therapy, Blackhawk Tank Service, and Adams Brown, Barron, and Ball. Indians raced out to an 11-4 lead. A 7-point lead was their largest in the first quarter. They've led by 9 twice. 16-7 and 18-9. Currently lead once again by 7 and 18-11. 5:01 left here in this first half. Colby again with some pressure though. Change it up now. They go straight man in the backcourt. And another near turnover as Clevino able to corral it, and now numbers on the other end, and Smith traveled with it. She saw Haley George cutting wide open to the basket and couldn't get her the basketball, just anticipated that George was going to be open, but the passing lane closed up too quickly, and the Eagles will get it back. Colby, 4:45 left here in the second quarter, down by 7. Try and get it inside, right block for Strange, too strong on the turnaround jumper. And Audra Schmeidler there again with the rebound. Audra had 9 in the game against DeSoto. Clearing the boards again here in this first half. Clevino against the pressure, able to get it across the timeline. Smith nearly had it ripped away on the right baseline. Picks up a dribble, now in a little bit of trouble. Able to find George posting up. She'll kick it back out to Smith. Bounce pass, top of the key. Clevino, 3. That rattles off the mark, no good. And the rebound cleared out of there by Colby, and it's Hannah Strange who will clear on the defensive rebound. On the other end, here's Sager on the left block, and we'll get a travel. She tried to fake on a little pump fake, but shuffled those feet on the 8th turnover of the first half for Colby. Eagles with Brielle McKee, the 5'5 junior, into the ball game. Again here in the second quarter. There are 4 minutes left. Hayes High leading by 7 at 18-11. Pass over the top to Smith as again Hayes High working against that full court pressure, able to get it across the timeline. Now here's a pass that's thrown away. Smith was trying to find Clevino over here on the right wing. The Indians will give it back on their 8th turnover of the first half. 3:45 left. Opening half, 18-11. Hayes High with the lead. Led by 7 a couple of different times. As here's a pass that's deflected and stolen away. Audra Schmeidler with it. Here's Maddie Schlafly. Will bring it across the timeline. Maddie stops now, goes up, left side layup, good. Little stop and go for Schlafly, and it is 20-11. in favor of the Hayes High Lady Indians. That comes off the 9th turnover of the ball game for Colby. Schlafly on that left side, a little stop and go, was able to get all the way to the bucket. Here's Foose, back to Terrell into the lane, had it blocked. Clemeno got a piece of it, and we'll get a foul as Smith going after it, called for a hold. That's just a loose ball hustle foul, can't come up with the loose ball as Smith will pick up her second, and more free throws coming up here. Both teams have been in the bonus this entire second quarter, but we haven't seen a lot of free throws. In fact, Colby with a pair of attempts and the Lady Indians with a pair of attempts. As Maddie Keller, the sophomore, returns to the Indian lineup with those 2 fouls. She checks in for Haley George. Both of them with 2 fouls, so they've been rotating George and Keller back and forth. As the 5'9" junior Terrell to the free throw line. She knocked down a 3-pointer in that first quarter. She'll shoot a 1-on-1, first one off the mark. And again, it's Schmeidler who comes down with a rebound. Indians trying to build on their lead, but working to get some full court pressure again from Colby. Clemeno stopped, able to find Keller, who found Schlafly. Is double teamed, and now a 3-pointer for Albert Schmeidler that goes. The 5'10" junior Schmeidler was 6 on a pair of threes. Hayes Highs with their biggest lead now at 12, at 23-11. Schmeidler, top of the key, able to knock it home. Now Colby on the other end with 2.5 minutes left in this second quarter. 23-11, and it's a steal. Ashley Parrish takes it away. Parrish across the timeline, now will stop. Able to find Schlafly, left side jumper, too strong, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Colby. So Hayes High will keep possession of the basketball. Audra Schmeidler with a pair of threes. And this is the largest lead of the ball game for Hayes High at 12 at 23-11. Emily Peckham and Maddie Keller check out of the ball game for Hayes High. Actually, Keller will return to the lineup. She's going to come in for Summer Smith. With 2:19 left. Hayes High's Ashlyn Parrish to key it in. Bounce it over the top to Schmeidler. Gets it right back, baseline. Parrish too strong. And the rebound cleared out of there by Terrell. Indians still leading 23-11. 2 minutes left as here's Sloan. Lost it, taken away by Parrish. And now we'll get a foul underneath. This Ashlyn Parrish off the bench. Doing a really nice job. That time forces the turnover. And then the foul on Sloan. It's the seventh. It's actually the 8th team foul now, and the second on Sloan. So the 8th on Colby, and Ashley Parrish to the free throw line. Parrish got everything started with a 3-pointer in that first quarter. And the first free throw is well short. So that one failed to hit the rim. Parrish, our first free throw attempt. So we play with 1:50 and counting second quarter. And a 23-11 lead for the Hayes High Indians. And Sloan will give it off here to Giebler. Now a 3 on the way for Terrell. That one kicks off the iron. And who else? It's Audra Schmeidler underneath with a good rebound. She'll get it back and work against some pressure here from the Eagles. Quick pass up the floor to Parrish. Finds Keller underneath, bobbled it, and it got shoved from behind. And Ashley Parrish will shoot some free throws. Eagles have tried to continue to work that pressure against the Hayes High Indians. They've done a pretty good job of handling that. They haven't turned the ball over any more than in that first quarter. In fact, they've done a nice job of, especially getting to the free throw line here. First free throw is too strong, but the offensive rebound down to Parrish. Hayes High with their 5th offensive rebound. Here's Clemeno with 3, and this is everything, and it's out of bounds. Colby basketball. 1:25 remaining first quarter. Hayes High leading 23-11. 12 points, their largest lead of the ball game. Out there with Clemeno, Parrish, Schmeidler, Schlafly, and Kellers. Here's a drive on the left side. Too strong on the shot for Giebler, but she got her own rebound and then a travel at the top of the key for Brielle McKee. Colby with 7 offensive rebounds in the first half, but they've turned it over 10 times. Jordan O'Malley, the sophomore, returns to the Eagle lineup. Clemeno tries to find Schmeidler, and it's thrown away. Taken away by Giebler. She'll run up and draw the foul on the left side, and we'll get free throws for the senior Giebler. Ace High with their 9th turnover. And Schmeidler picks up the foul. It's the 8th team foul. Just the first for the junior Schmeidler. So check out a couple of 3-pointers in the first half for Audra Schmeidler. She has 6. Now free throws on the way for Giebler, and the first one rims off, and Emily Peckham and Jordan O'Malley, the sophomore, battle for the rebound, and O'Malley hit the deck on the held ball, and the arrow will keep it with the Lady Eagles. Colby to key it in with a minute left in the second quarter. Here's a long 2-pointer that's too strong by Foose, and the rebound pulled out of there by Maddie Keller. And Colby with pressure into the backcourt. Clemeno trying to work across that timeline, finds Keller near the Colby side, or near the Colby bench. Now to Parrish on the left wing. Got 40 seconds left in this second quarter. Back to Parrish left side. Lobs it underneath for Keller and overshot it. Trying to get it to the post player underneath on the block. And that diagonal pass too high, and they throw it away. 33.5 seconds left. Second quarter, 23-11. The Hayes High Lady Indians with the lead. Right side pass. Colby back with O'Malley. O'Malley to the top of the key for Terrell as they play it around the perimeter. And wide open, a drive down the right lane, and the shot no good by Foose. Offensive rebound on the floor. O'Malley gets it. Here's Terrell. She'll take the 3, knock it down with 7 seconds left in the second quarter, 23-14. Here's Clemeno up the floor for Parrish. Parrish doesn't get a shot off, and the first half comes to an end. Colby trails by 9. They got a 3 right there towards the, right there with about 7 seconds left, but a good first half of the Hayes High Lady Indians. On top 23-14. We'll take the break. We'll get a halftime show next here. This is Hayes High Indian basketball.
This Eagle Community Television sports presentation is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 20 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High, serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Swift Services, Ted and Shelley Fuchs are proud to support area youth. Swift Services with locations in Hayes and Ness City. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Midwestern Pipe Works, over 30 years of service to the oil and gas industry. Steel pipe manufacturing and processing, oil country tubular goods. Schmidt Automotive. Keith is proud to take care of your vehicles and proud to support the Monarchs and the Indians. Redeem Designs, screen print embroidery design, where you'll find better ideas, better designs, better people. Come experience the best at 2204 Vine and Hayes. Bernie's Hamburger House. Feed yourself or the whole team with great burgers, milkshakes, and the award-winning onion rings. Mary Ann, Bonnie, and the staff at Bernie's Hamburger House at 17th and Vine and Hayes now accepting credit and debit cards. Next Tech Wireless, providing its customers cutting-edge technology, including 4G LTE data and mobile services. Goodwin Sporting Goods, your letter jacket provider for all area schools. Hayes High, TMP, Victoria, Ellis, Trigo. You want it, they've got it. Your one-stop for sporting goods. Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, the lead provider of real estate valuations for the mortgage lending marketplace. With many years of experience, they have a proven track record. Contact Patty Bacon Ryan today. PerfTech Wireline Services, total case whole wireline services covering the state of Kansas, and proud to support TMP and Hayes High. Carico Implement is pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment. From farm tractors to lawn and garden equipment, Carico carries hard-to-find parts and offers a complete line of toys and collectibles. Whiskey Creek Woodfire Grill, 3203 Vine and Hayes, where the fire's always burning. See them online at whiskeycreek.com. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable with quality products we stand behind. See us at our new location north of Hayes or online at homesteelsiding.com. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. They do oil changes, alignments, brake service, transmission flushes, any kind of service work including tires by Firestone and Bridgestone. Advanced Insulation and Coatings. Save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Spray foam is the right choice for your home or business. Advanced Insulation and Coatings in Hayes. Joe Bob Outfitters. Joe Bob Outfitters, firearms, ammunition, accessories, and parts. Veteran owned and operated. Joe Bob Outfitters, 2011 Vine in Hayes. APAC. APAC has proven itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. In fact, APAC is recognized as having one of the very best safety records in our industry. APAC, giving you the smooth ride. And by Eagle Communications, proud to provide cable TV, the fastest high-speed internet, and phone services to the area. Eagle Communications, our community connected. This Eagle Community Television sports presentation is brought to you by Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Find us in the Northridge Plaza in Hayes. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Services for all ages Sunday mornings at 10:30 and Wednesday evenings at 7. See them online at westviewchurch.tv. Carpet One of Hayes and Vidstem Decorating Center, providing you with quality, service, selection, and value since 1945. Nobody does it better than Carpet One. Thomas More Prep Marion. Through the dedication of students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, the focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP, Worlds of Opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling. With 4 late model rigs, they have served central and western Kansas for over 20 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, designing and building residential and commercial, building dreams for over 30 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, see our ad in the Next Tech directory. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Corey, Pam, and the entire staff supports the efforts of Hayes High and TMP. Call today at 628-6712. Home Oil and Supply, 24-hour card fueling, bulk delivery of gas and fuel. Proud to support TMP and Hayes High, serving the Hayes area since 1963. Home Oil and Supply. Lifetime Dental Care. Lifetime Dental Care provides your family with health, function, and beauty. Check out all of their services at lifetimedentalcare.com. Lifetime Dental Care of Hayes, always accepting new patients. Insurance Planning. Insurance for the way you work and live. For business, home, and family. Value the price, remember the service. Insurance Planning, IPI Financial Services, and Ag Pro Crop Insurance. Offices in Hayes, Great Bend, and Russell. Swift Services. Ted and Shelley Fuchs are proud to support area youth. Swift Services with locations in Hayes and Ness City. Hayes Chevrolet. They have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. See them online at hayeschevrolet.com. M&D Incorporated. They do trenching for sewer, water, electric, and gas. They also dig basements and make building pads. M&D Excavating, building the backbone of our community. Midwestern Pipe Works. Over 30 years of service to the oil and gas industry. Steel pipe.
Bucky the deer here. I stay off the road, but some of my pals don't. And oh dear, accidents happen. I've heard amongst the herd that Lewis Paint and Collision on Vine and Hayes are the dear folks to see in case one of my idiot friends crosses your path. They guarantee all work, handle insurance claims, do frame straightening and expert paint matching. Lewis Paint and Collision Center. They bet you didn't think us deer talked about stuff like that, eh? Find them online at mylewis.com.
Back into Hayes Middle School, ready to start the second half of action. Hayes High will begin with the basketball. Jonathan Swigert back with you, along with studio producer and engineer Britt Swigert back at the KFIX studios. Also with the ECTV crew, along with Garrett Sager and Stephen Anderson here from Hayes Middle School. Hayes High Lady Indians leading 23-14. They'll have the basketball as we begin this third quarter of action with Smith, Schmeidler. Schlafly drives in. She'll play it for Clemeno. Left side three on the way. Missed everything, and the rebound pulled down underneath by the Colby Lady Eagles. As Hayes High with a little bit of pressure into the backcourt. Able to cut off Colby, and now the Eagles will get it across the timeline. So Hayes High, 7:35 left in this third quarter, leading, but Sloan gets her first bucket of the ball game. So Kelly Sloan makes it 23-16 underneath. Colby cuts the deficit now to 7. Just into this third quarter of action. There's Cleveno, thought about the three, missed it from the other side. Now posting up as Schmeidler, had it knocked away, and it's last touched by Colby. I'll say off of Brielle McKee. 5 on the floor to begin this third quarter here in the second half for the Indians is Smith, Cleveno, Haley George, also Schmeidler. Here's a turnover as Colby will come up with it. Now the ball on the floor, and we'll get a foul, I believe, on Haley George, trying to tie up on the loose ball. Colby Eagle player was laying on the floor, swinging the basketball around, trying not to get tied up, and George is going to be called for the loose ball foul. That's the third on George. So a tough foul there on George. Picked up 2 quick ones in the first quarter. Did a nice job in the second quarter to stay out of foul trouble, but now with her third. Colby trying to cut into that 7-point deficit. Little pick and roll left side. This pass underneath got deflected. Out of back did Giebler, but had it knocked away, and Summer Smith will come up with the defensive rebound. East High actually had nice defensive rebounds, had 7 offensive rebounds, and had 12 there in that first half on the defensive side. I'm down with that first one. 6:25 counting here in the second quarter. Clemson thought about a 3. Will drive right side, kick it out for Schlafly on the wing, who passed on the 3. Schmeidler with a pair of 3s in that first half. Will give it off to Summer Smith as they work on that zone defense. Here's a high post to a low post pass. It's thrown away. Schmeidler with a good look, but tough angle to George. And the Indians turn it over for the second straight possession here to begin the third quarter. 6 minutes left in the quarter. 23-16 in favor of Ace High. There's a drive for Giebler. She'll play it down to the baseline, and the 3 is off the mark as Schmeidler hit the deck with a rebound. Able to clear it again. Schmeidler with another big defensive rebound. Ace looking for their first points here in the third quarter. 3 rims in and out that time. Smith had a shot at the offensive rebound. It's no good as Cleveno couldn't come up with it, but it's knocked out of bounds by Colby. And so it'll stay here. 5:36 left in our third quarter of action. Here's Cleveno, another 3 that's up, too short. Battle for the rebound, it's George. Can't get the putback to go. Schmeidler with it, left-handed layup good. Audra Schmeidler with 8. And it's 25-16. Ace High back on top by 9. And it's Schmeidler battling underneath on the offensive boards. Able to pull down that one and put it back with the left hand. Here's a bank shot on the other end that's no good for Hannah Strange. Defensive rebound down to Haley George, but she got double teamed underneath and threw it away. Colby not really getting back after missing shots. They're pretty much just content to trap the big or put pressure on the big. Here's a lob underneath as Ashlyn Parrish checks in for the first time in the third quarter for Hayes High. Colby, 5 minutes left in the third quarter. On a drive, little floater that misses everything that time from McKee. And it's knocked out of bounds, last touched by Finley Terrell. And so Hayes High will get it back. 4:56 left in the third. Indians on top here by 9 at 25-16. Largest lead of the ball game was 12 back in the second quarter for the Indians. A little zone look from Colby as Schmeidler wide open, missed the 3-pointer. Offensive rebound down to Keller, and that shot may have been partially deflected, and a rebound down to Terrell, and nearly traveled within the backcourt. Now Colby with numbers across the timeline, and McKee will stop, and they'll set up the offense. Here's a shot underneath by Sager, lots of contact, and it will go out of bounds. Last touched by Hayes High as both Sager and Audra Schmeidler try to track it down over there on the far side. But it was last touched by Hayes High. 4:27 left here in the third. Colby will get in on the left baseline. Colby from the baseline will find Terrell, the junior, working on Smith, trying to get it inside for Sager. Working on Schmeidler, who went down, trying to draw the foul, and they'll get a foul underneath on Hayes High. Audra Schmeidler was on the floor before the shot went off. That was Sager will get to the free throw line. Schmeidler tried to draw the foul on Sager. She'll knock down the first free throw. That'll be Sager, the 6-foot senior. As they get the foul on Schmeidler, it's her second. She hit the deck before the shot even went off. It's 25-17. Second free throw for Sager, too strong. Offensive rebound pulled down by Jordan O'Malley, who just checked into the ball game. She came from that second level behind the three-point line. If we get another foul underneath, the Sager on the left block that time will draw the foul on Keller. They call it on Audra Schmeidler. So it'll be another foul on Schmeidler. It looked like might have been Maddie Keller with the contact, but instead it's on Schmeidler, her third, as Sager can't get the free throw to go. 25-17. Ace High with 3 fouls in this third quarter. Second free throw for Sager is too strong, and Schmeiler comes down with a rebound, and then she's fouled. Schmeiler out of there with that defensive rebound, and the foul underneath on Colby, their first team foul. And it will be the second foul on Bailey Foose. And Colby with that full court pressure. Hayes High looking at Augusta timeline. Here comes Schlafly up the sideline. Now stops, had it knocked away, and it's last touched out of bounds off of Colby. Well, forced it to the sideline, and Schlafly went that way. Luckily, though, it was knocked out of bounds, last touch by Colby. Hayes High needs to get it in here as Parrish will key it in. Finds Keller. That was actually intended for Maddie Schlafly, but that was deflected into the hands of Keller. 4 minutes left here in the third. Hayes High with a 25-17 lead. There's a pass right side for Schlafly. Maddie into the circle, trying to dump it underneath for Peckham. Emily got it back and then threw it away. Ball on the floor. Peckham got it back, and we'll get another tie-up. Arrow will give it to Colby. Hayes High with their 14th turnover of the ball game. Leading by 8 here at 25-17. 3:46 left in the third quarter. Led by as many as 9 here in the quarter. As Schlafly will get a break. And Talon Cleveno returns to the Hayes High lineup with Parrish, Smith, Peckham, and Maddie Keller, the foul on the floor. Colby with Keller, with Terrell, who picked up her dribble. Now back to Terrell on the left baseline. She's going to take the three, but we're going to get a 3-second call underneath. That was on Sloan, camped out underneath. That'll be the 11th Colby turnover. Try and set up that full court pressure. There's Cleveno on a pass from Smith. Down across the timeline. Good job to take it all the way. Leaves it for Keller. Layup, quick side, good. 27-17. Maddie Keller, her first field goal of the ball game. Good play by Talon Cleveno. Hayes High back on top now by 10. 3:05 left in that third quarter. Keller knocked down the shot. Here's a jumper on the other end that's off the mark by Sloan. Battle for the rebound. It's taken away by Summer Smith. She'll race up the floor right side. Layup too strong. And she's going to head to the free throw line. That comes off a loose ball on the rebound. Smith just raced up the floor. Now will be the third on Thuce, the sophomore. Smith will take the shot. First one good. Summer Smith with her first point of the ball game. Makes it an 11-point game. At 28-17. Back into the ball game is Haley Schindler, the senior, as that one goes for Smith. She makes a pair at the free throw line. It's 29-17. 12 points, the largest lead of the ball game. It matches that for Hayes High. Right side three-pointer. That's sent it out for McKee. Rebound down to Peckham. And then again, Colby just reaching in and grabbing a hold. And we'll get a foul underneath. That foul on Colby will be on Schindler, her second. Just reaching in there and committing the foul after Hayes High pulled down the defensive rebound. Smith able to bring it across the timeline. There's Cleveno to Emily Peckham. Left side drives in underneath and can't get it to go, but she's going to head to the free throw line. Nice little step through, able to beat the defender to the block. Just the rim a little bit unkind that time with 2:26 left here in the third. And it'll be on Strange. Her third, a 14 foul. And now Peckham to the free throw line for the first time. And the free throw is good. 30-17. Hayes High with the lead. It's Emily Peckham, the senior, scores her first point of the ball game. Hayes High with Schlafly returning to the lineup. Summer Smith checks out. Ashlyn Parrish back in as well. Second free throw good for Peckham. Got them both. 31-17 on a pair of free throws by Emily Peckham. Hayes High with their largest lead of the ball game at 14. Here's Strange with it for the Eagles at the top of the key. Now right wing. Giebler looks, she'll take the jumper from the elbow, way too strong, knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Colby. The Eagles, that one will sub in and again try and set up their full court pressure with Kelly Sloan, the senior, back in. He still has just 2 points in the ball game. Asai with Parrish across the timeline now to Peckham, and the ball then knocked away, and it's taken back by Parrish, and she never really had possession of the basketball, but she's going to get called for the travel. She threw it away, then stole it back from the Colby defender. They say she traveled with it before she could get it on the floor. 15, now 16 turnovers for the Indians. Just 12 for Colby, but Asai with the 14-point lead, and now we get a timeout taken by Colby. It's a full timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. 1:51 left here in the third quarter. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Gibbs Auto Supply, Precision Valley Golf, Simpson Farm Enterprise, Next Tech, Midwest Energy, and USA Pharmacy. Earlier today, it was TMP girls picking up a 4-point win over Olathe North, 45-41. Also, we had Newton defeating the TMP boys 50-47. So the winner of this game will take on the TMP Marion girls for 5th place tomorrow here at the Hayes City Shootout. Of course, the Asai boys getting set to take on Great Bend. About an 8:15 tip-off. We will have the basketball out of the timeout. Earlier today, Manhattan girls defeated Dodge City 58-25. Some of our look around the Western Athletic Conference is lots of teams in action. Dodge City and Manhattan. Holcomb and Liberal playing tonight. Of course, DeSoto and Great Bend girls action a little bit earlier today here at the Hayes City Shootout as Colby takes it. Here's Sloan with the bank shot from the right elbow. So Kelly Sloan with her second field goal. It's 31-19. Hayes High with the lead as Colby able to make it back to 12. And now Hayes High on the other end. Haley George stops and lays it up left side. They're able to break the pressure pretty easily. 33-19. Hayes High on the other end able to answer right back. 1:05 left here in the third. 33-19, Hayes High with the lead. Right side for Giebler, traveled with it. 13 turnovers for the Colby Lady Eagles as Smith returns to the Hayes High lineup. She comes in for Cleveno. Joins Parrish and Schlafly in the backcourt. George and Peckham on the floor as well. 3 new faces in for Colby. Courtney Van Eaton, Bailey Foose, and Jordan O'Malley check into the ball game for Colby. So you can set up that full court pressure. Here's Schlafly driving right by O'Malley and draws the foul. And again, a little bit kind of that limp every once in a while. She got like she banged knees with a Colby Eagle in the first half. That foul, by the way, on O'Malley is her first driving down the lane as Haley George missed it. And then we get a foul underneath on Hayes High as 2 Colby Eagles battled for the basketball. Anna Strange traveled with it, but they say that she was pushed from behind by Emily Peckham. It looked like Colby just battled for it and traveled with it, but they'll get the foul on Peckham. It's the 15th foul. 47 seconds left in the third. Peckham just her first personal, by the way. Colby will get it back to Van Eaton, left wing. The sophomore, couple of dribbles. Working on Schlafly. Now in some trouble. It's taken away by Summer Smith. And then we get a tie-up, and the Indians will keep possession of the basketball. Good defense. The referee on the far sideline pointed the wrong way, but Hayes High will keep possession of the basketball after Summer Smith reached in and took it away. Now Parrish trying to get it in, finds Haley George, and now to Peckham across the timeline with 32, had it poked away. Colby got it back, and now Haley George stole it away from Kelly Sloan. Here's Parrish with it. As Ashland Parrish will set up the offense with 21. Now to Maddie Schlafly here in this third quarter, trying to maybe work for a last shot with 15. Ace High leading 33-19. Schlafly left side will kick it back out to Smith. The ball fake, now Summer to the baseline, cut off. Schlafly inside, runner, no good, but she's fouled. And will earn a trip to the free throw line, and a good job that time by the Lady Indians. 4.4 seconds left. I knew they wanted to hold for one last shot, and they get Maddie Schlafly to the free throw line for the first time in the ball game. Schlafly was 6 all coming in the first half.
And 6 team foul.
And now Schlafly's first free throw, too strong off the mark. She'll get one more. That foul was the 6th team foul on Colby. As Colby tried to run 3 substitutions in. And now he's out with some miscommunication on who's supposed to check out as Talon Clevino checked back in and Haley George comes out. Second free throw for Schlafly's good, 34-19. Ace High with the lead. 2 seconds across the timeline. Giebler lobs it up, and it's no good. Comes up well short. We played 3. Ace High leading 34-19. This is Ace High Lady Indian basketball.
Kerner Chiropractic, providing personalized chiropractic care so you can live your life. Westview Church of Hayes, helping you enjoy life. Carpet One of Hayes Vitstum Decorating Center, providing you with quality service selection and value since 1945. Thomas More Prep Marion, worlds of opportunity, investing for eternity. Discovery Drilling, serving central and western Kansas for over 19 years. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building dreams for over 30 years. Service Master Clean of Hayes, from the major accidents to the minor incidents. Service Master Clean of Hayes. Home Oil and Supply, serving the Hayes area since 1963. Lifetime Dental Care, providing your family health, function, and beauty. Insurance Planning, insurance for the way you work and live. Swift Services, Ted and Shelley Fuchs are proud to support area youth. Hayes Chevrolet, they have a huge selection of brand new Chevy cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles. M&D Incorporated, building the backbone of our community.
Hayes High leading 34-19 as we head to the fourth quarter. The Indians trying to put an end to their 20-plus game losing streak. Colby will have it with the basketball from our left to our right again in the fourth quarter. Hayes High leading 34-19. 15 seconds into our fourth quarter. There's a three-pointer that's good for Terrell. Our third of the ball game, and we get a timeout taken on the floor by Colby, and they're going to run 3 new faces into the ball game. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. It's 34-22, back to a 12-point Hayes High lead. Bentley Terrell, the junior, with 3 three-pointers in the ball game. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Horizon Appliance and Electronics, Western Well Service, Kevin Shoemaker Construction, Bona Pet Treats, also brought to you by Roof Masters, R&M Custom Metals, Canterbury Oral and Maxwell Facial Surgery, and Shelter Insurance, Dustin Shoemaker. So Hayes High out of the timeout with Parrish, Smith, Clevino, Keller, and Schmeiler, the 5 on the floor. Colby again with some pressure. A pass deflected, but Clevino got it back and now gets it across the timeline to Audra Schmeidler, and they can reset their offense with a 12-point lead. Here's a Colby trap. Pass left side for Smith. Wraparound pass underneath that's knocked out of bounds. And this last touch by Colby. Good pass underneath by Smith. Trying to find Audra Schmeidler underneath, but it's knocked out of bounds. And Colby, 2 more substitutions in the ball game. Coach Ryan Becker not afraid to run players in and out. He subs 2 more players into the ball game, including Sloan, our leading scorer from the other night, but just 4 points tonight. Otto Schmeiler, left block turnaround, too strong, missed everything, and the rebound out of there for Colby. Eagles trying to cut into the lead here, and they throw it away. Looking for the 5'11 senior Schindler underneath, but instead they turn it over for the 16th time of the ball game, and again, offense for defense. As Foose and Terrell check back in. Schindler. And somebody else has got to come out of the ball game. Kelly Sloan will check out. Isai had the same issue earlier with 6 players on the floor. Somebody had to come out, and now Colby with it, and we're ready to go. Parrish able to get it into Clevino. Fallon cut off. She'll get it to Summer Smith. Now Smith double teamed and got shoved from behind. It's Jordan O'Malley a little bit over aggressive. Will pick up the foul. That'll be the 17th foul on Colby, and that means Hayes High will go to the free throw line for the rest of the ball game on every foul from here on out. Leading by 12 at 34-22. Hayes High has led the entire way. Jumped out to a 5-0 lead, have not trailed since. Summer Smith's free throw rattles home. Smith with 3 now, all at the free throw line, and it's 35-22. Smith with one more coming, and it is in and out, no good. And a rebound down to the Colby Lady Eagles. Racing up the floor, that time was Terrell, was cut off. She'll play it back to McKee. On the left side, wide open is Giebler. She'll take the 3 and knock it down. Her first 3 of the ball game. She has 7, and it's a 10-point game at 35-25. And then Hayes High with a turnover in the backcourt on a travel. Their 18th turnover of the ball game. Hayes High on top by 10, 6:46 left in the quarter. As Schlafly returns to the Indian lineup for Parrish, and Sager back in for Colby. Colby trying to cut it to single digits. Hasn't been single digits since the first half of action. Back into the second quarter. Here is Sager with it at the top of the key. Back to Giebler. Baseline 3, misses everything. And Haley George comes down with the backside rebound. And the Indians try and build on this 10-point lead with 6:25 and counting in the fourth quarter. Clevino to the top of the key. There's George with it on the right wing. Now back to Talon Clevino. There's Schlafly. Now the ball fake. Now Schmeidler. Thought about the 3, has a couple of 3s in this ball game. Now wide open 3 right side, too strong. Offensive rebound, Schlafly into the lane. She'll kick it back out for Clevino. And Hayes High can reset their offense. That is the 7th offensive rebound of the ball game for the Indians. And that comes with just 6 minutes left in the ball game. Here's a shot on a 3 that's off the mark for Clevino. And the defensive rebound now to Colby. And McKee will bring it across the timeline. 5:45 left, and it's deflected and stolen away. Clevino picked the pocket of McKee, and now the Indians can work some more clock and reset their offense. 5:35 left in the fourth quarter and a 10-point lead. Smith, Schlafly, and Clevino, the guards, around the perimeter. Clevino back to Smith, left side. Summer left wide open. She's going to take the 3. Probably not the shot they wanted as she missed everything to the right side, and Colby will get it back. Indians 0 for 4 in this quarter from the floor. Leading 35-25 on the Summer Smith free throw. Now we'll get a timeout taken by Hayes High. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. Lady Indians with a 10-point lead. 5:18 left in the ball game. One update for you is DeSoto at last check led Great Bend. That was at halftime. Another Western Athletic Conference opponent there for the Hayes High Indians. Our broadcast brought to you by Steel Fabrications, Classic Quality Body Shop, Hall Broadcasting, HayesPost.com, and Eagle Communications. Indians jumped out to a 5-0 lead in the ball game and have not trailed since, led by as many as 14 in the third quarter, and now lead by 10 at 35-25. It will be Colby basketball out of the timeout. Hayes High with Summer Smith, Maddie Schlafly, Talon Cleveno, Audra Schmeidler, and Haley George, the 5 on the floor. They'll be on the defensive end of the floor. Colby has the basketball. 5:10 left. At the top of the key for Terrell. She has 3 3-pointers, launches on another one and got it. That is her 4th 3-pointer of the ball game. 35-28. Colby cuts into the Hayes High deficit on the 4th 3-pointer of the ball game for Bentley Terrell. She had 6 in the game against Great Bend. Here's a drive and a dump off as Haley George has it. And then we get a foul underneath. They'll call a push underneath on Colby, and so Haley George will head to the free throw line. This guy's done a nice job of getting the basketball inside here in this second half. And with 4:43 left in the quarter, they lead 35-28. First time it's been single digits since the second quarter is Haley George with her 3rd point from the free throw line. Oh, nice high rainbow arcing 3-pointers, or free throws, I should say. And it is 36-28. Second free throw, no good. It's off the mark, and Colby will track it down on the loose ball. Eastside leads 36-28. Colby slow to the top of the key, guarded by George, picks up her dribble. Able to find Giebler, and then the pass deflected, and it's stolen away. Good play by Audra Schmeidler to knock that one away, and then the loose ball got into the hands of Talon Cleveno, who will bring it across the timeline against that pressure. Now George traveled on the baseline, and I agree with Coach Maska. Not sure that was a travel over there on the baseline, so Hayes High will give it back. Said she switched her pivot feet, I guess. Hayes High leading 36-28, and we get an offensive foul at the top of the key. 4:02 left in the 4th quarter. It's 36-28. That foul, the 9th team foul on Colby, so the next one means 2 free throws the rest of the way on fouls for the Indians. Here's Schlafly, and she'll get it across the timeline. Stops, lost it, able to get it back here near the near sideline. 3:50 and counting in the quarter. Haley George has it right wing. And underneath, Schmeidler can't get it to go. Got her own rebound. Missed on that one. Loose ball on the floor. Schlafly tracks it down, and then she's ran over. And there's a foul on Colby. Good sportsmanship there as Schlafly and Terrell collide. And they'll get Terrell with a foul. And so Maddie Schlafly headed to the free throw line. Audra Schmeidler had 2 really good looks underneath. Couldn't get it to go. And then the ball came out here to right around the volleyball spike line. Schlafly able to come up with it. And now she'll shoot 2 free throws, and this is the first one. 36-28. Ace High with the lead. 3:39 left in the quarter. Schlafly's second free throw is good. So 1 of 2 at the line, 37-28. Schlafly now with 7 in the ball game. On a 4th at free throw line. Sloan will play it to Terrell, who's already knocked out 4 3-pointers. Will instead give it off to Giebler, who collided with Terrell. Now to the baseline here for McKee, and she just traveled with it. She switched pivot feet, and instead they're going to get a foul on Hayes High. Dribbled in and spun back across after picking up her dribble. Instead, it's a foul on Haley George, which will be her 4th. It's the 5th foul on Hayes High. And then Cleveno stepped to the passing lane and took it away. So Talon Cleveno steals it. It's the 18th Colby turnover. And now with 3:10 left here in the quarter, Hayes High leading by 9 at 37-28. Trying to build on the lead. Schlafly out near the Hayes High bench will hold it. Now drives in and we'll get a hand check call, and she's headed back to the free throw line. Anna Strange, the senior, with her 4th That is already more than 10 fouls. That's the 12th on the, actually say that's number 5 on Hannah Strange. So she'll check out. And Schlafly will shoot a pair of free throws. 1 of 2 a moment ago. First one up, and it's good. Schlafly with 8 in the ball game. 38-28. Back to a 10-point lead for the Indians. 3 minutes left. 1 more up. And it rims in and out. And we fell on the rebound as Schmeidler called for the foul on Sloan.
Foul on number 50, Audrey Schmeidler.
Schmeidler picks up the foul. It's her 4th. Colby will rush back this way. 16th foul, by the way, on Hayes side. Here's Terrell. She'll take the 3 and it got it again. 5 3-pointers in the ball game for Bentley Terrell. She has 15. It is a 7-point game at 38-31. Terrell with another big 3-pointer. We get a full timeout taken on the floor. 2:46 remaining here in the quarter. Hayes leading by 7. They've led the entire way. This is the closest it's been in quite a while. You have to go all the way back to when it was 14-7 to begin the second quarter when the Colby Lady Eagles were this close. So Hayes High with 2:46 left in the fourth quarter. Trying to put it into this 20-plus game losing streak, but trying to withstand a rush here from Colby as they've done everything they can to get back into this ball game. They'll come out into the full court pressure. Hayes High out of the timeout. Lady Indians with George, Cleveno, Smith, Schlafly who will key it in, and Audrey Schmeidler, the 5 on the floor. Maddie with a bounce pass into Summer Smith. Summer races up the right sideline right in front of the Indian bench and then nearly threw it away. Good play by Cleveno to get a hand on it and then track it down. O'Malley with some good pressure on Cleveno. He was able to get it. Audrey Schmeidler, who had to track it down after bobbling it, got it back on the baseline. Now in some trouble, and we'll get a timeout taken by the Indians as Coach Maska takes the timeout. He only has a full timeout left. I believe he will have one more timeout left here. 38-31. Hayes High leading Colby. Trying to match up with TMP for a second straight year. A consolation side of the Hayes City Shootout. Last year it was Lady Monarchs coming away with a victory. Hayes High leading by 7 at 38-31. 2:28 left here in the quarter. Indians coming off that 7-point loss to the DeSoto, and where they led for the better part of 3 quarters. DeSoto's able to pull away down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Now the Indians leading by 7 with just under 2.5 minutes left, trying to withstand a barrage from Bentley Terrell. She has 15 on 5 3-pointers. Now it will be Hayes High basketball out of the timeout. Schlafly to key it in. Out there with Cleveno, Smith, George, and Schmeidler, the same 5 on the floor. Bounce pass into Cleveno. And now to Smith at the top of the key. Here's Schlafly with the right side. Maddie with a lane to the basket. Scores it and a chance to go to the line. 2:21 left in the fourth quarter, and it's 30. That'll be 40-31. They'll count the basket. And a chance here at a 3-point play. It is a 9-point Hayes High lead as Maddie Schlafly took it to the basket and scored it. And now a chance at a 3-point play. Left it short. And the rebound pulled down by the Eagles, but a good drive that time by Schlafly. 9-point Hayes High lead. 2:10 left here in the fourth quarter. Colby with Terrell trying to get a three-pointer at the top of the key. Instead, it's Sager on the pick and roll. Down the lane, too strong, and she pushed Haley George out of the way to get the offensive rebound, and now Haley has earned a trip to the free throw line. George with the offensive rebound, and she just cleared Haley George out of the way, and she'll pick up her third personal. So Haley George to the free throw line now. Haley with the first one up and good. So George now with 4. She has 4 of 5 at the line. That is 41-31. Hayes High back on top by 10. 2:02 left. Second free throw up, and this one off the mark, and a Colby rebound. As Terrell able to pull down the defensive rebound. Under 2 minutes left in this fourth quarter, and a 10-point Hayes High lead. Left side is Terrell, guarded by Schlafly. They run the pick and roll. Up and off for Sloan. Into the lane. Kelly Sloan will score it. She has 6 in the ball game, 41-33. And again, Colby can set up their full court pressure with 1:35 left. Clevino able to get it to Smith. Summer will race across the timeline to the left side. Down to the wing. Stops. Finds Haley George. She lost it out of bounds. Hayes High, their 20th turnover of the ball game. We'll give it right back to Colby. 1:25 and counting, fourth quarter. Hayes High on top by 8 at 41-33. Colby to the pick and roll. Now to the top of the key for Parker. She'll play it for Foose. Ball deflected and it's stolen away. Summer Smith came up with it. And again, Audra Schmeiler did a really nice job of fighting over the top of a post player to knock it away. And now Hayes High across the timeline. Here's Clemeno into the lane. Lays it for Haley George, and she's headed to the free throw line on a foul. 1:01 left here in this fourth quarter. Hayes High Lady Indians on top by 8 at 41-33, and Haley George back to the free throw line. Haley is 4 of 6 at the free throw line. She'll shoot a pair. First one rimmed in and out about halfway down. Couldn't get it to go. One more coming up for George as Brielle McKee checks out of the ball game, and Courtney Van Eaton, the sophomore, back in for Colby. Second free throw for George, no good as well. And the rebound down to the Lady Eagles. Under a minute left here in the fourth quarter. Colby, Sloan races across the timeline. And Schmeidler reached in and committed the foul, and I believe that'll be 5 on Schmeidler. And it's the 17th foul. So it is the 5th foul on Audra Schmeidler. She will finish the day with 8 points. Knocked down a couple of three-pointers. And out of the free throw line will go Kelly Sloan for the second time in the ball game. Shooting a one-on-one and got the first one to go. 7 for Sloan. It's 41-34. He's high leading by 7. 54 seconds left. One more shot on the way, and this one's off the mark, and Summer Smith comes down with the defensive rebound for Hayes High. Clevino and Smith trying to work it across the timeline against that full court pressure. Emily Peckham just came into the ball game, can't corral it. And so the Indians will turn it over on back-to-back possessions and give it right back to the Lady Eagles. Peckham into the ball game for Audra Schmeidler. 42.7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Kelly Sloan with it, guarded by Peckham. Colby with 40 left. Will run the pick and roll to Sloan. Underneath, she's fouled, and she'll head to the free throw line for one more. Kelly Sloan with 9 now in the ball game. 41-36. Hayes High clinging to the lead. And we'll get a free throw coming up for Sloan. 35.5 seconds left as Sloan shoots the free throw and knocks it down. Sloan into double figures with 10, 41-37. Hayes High leads by 4, and now Emily Parrish will check in for, Ashlyn Parrish will check in for Emily Peckham. Schlafly will key it in. Smith and Clevino into the backcourt as Clevino got it, and now Colby trying to put on some pressure. Talent in some trouble, and she's fouled in the backcourt. Colby might have bailed Clevino out there. She tried to spin back and lost possession of the basketball, but she got fouled on the spin. 30.4 seconds left. Talon Clevino will head to the free throw line for the first time in the ball game. 41-37. Ace High leads by 4. First free throw is good for Clevino. Just kind of rattled in. She has 3. And it's 42-37. Ace High with the lead. Indians with one more for Clevino. It's halfway down and out. It rimmed out. It was all the way down and then came back out as Colby comes down with the rebound. They'll push up the floor with Foose with 20 seconds. She'll drive in. Now a three-pointer for Giebler. That's good. It's a two-point game at 42-37. They're at 42-40 now on the three-pointer for the Colby Eagles. 17.1 seconds left. It's a full timeout. We'll take the timeout as well. Back here in 30 seconds. This is Hayes High Indian basketball.
Tech Wireline Services, Total Case Whole Wireline Services. Carrico Implement, pleased to offer the John Deere line of equipment. Whiskey Creek Wood Fire Grill, where the fire is always burning. Home Steel Siding and Windows, making your home or business beautiful, energy efficient, and comfortable. G&L Tire and Automotive, more than just tires. Advanced insulation and coating, save money, reduce sound, improve indoor air quality. Joe Bob Outfitters, firearms, ammunition, accessories, and parts, veteran owned and operated. APAC, proving itself to be unsurpassed in quality and safety for highway construction. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
42-40, Hayes High clinging to a 2-point lead with 17.1 seconds left. Colby has really turned it up here in the quarter. They have 18 points now in the fourth quarter alone. Hayes High with just the 8 points here in the quarter. It's 42-40 with 17.1 seconds left. Hayes High will go the length of the floor as Maddie Schlafly will key it in. Smith and Clevino in the backcourt. They get it into Talon Clevino, or rather Summer Smith, who had it knocked away from behind. Falls on the floor and a travel on Colby. That's how Foose came up with a loose basketball and then rolled over with it. And so with 12.5 seconds left, Hayes High will keep possession of the basketball. Smith and Clevino on the pick. They'll get it to Talent. Talent dribbles into the backcourt. Spins back to Schlafly. Maddie stumps and is fouled. Right near midcourt as Giebler will pick up the foul. So Maddie Schlafly will head back to the free throw line. She has 8 in the ball game. 2 of 6 at the free throw line. 7.4 seconds left in this fourth quarter and a 2-point Hayes High lead at 42-40. First free throw on the way for Schlafly, rattles in. Allen used every part of the rim and it fell. Maddie with 9 in the ball game. That's 43-40. That gives Hayes High a little bit of breathing room. Want to make it a 4-point lead here. It's Ashlyn Parrish, Colin Clevino, Summer Smith, Maddie Schlafly, and Haley George the final on the floor for the Indians. Schlafly with one more. Second one up, and it's good. Clutch free throws for Maddie Schlafly. She's in the double figures. She makes them both. They get a timeout on the floor, taken by Colby. 44-40, or rather Hayes High, with the timeout. They'll go ahead and keep it right here. Don't forget, coming up a little bit later on, the Hayes High boys in action over at the high school, taking on Great Bend. We'll go to Hayes High and Hayes High School and Dustin coming up a little bit later on as the Hayes High girls trying to put an end to that 23-game losing streak with 7.4 seconds left. And those 2 free throws for Schlafly is big because Colby has shot the ball well in this fourth quarter from 3. They have 3 3-pointers in the quarter alone, and you can make it 4 3-pointers now in the quarter after that 3 by Giebler, as Brindley Terrell has 15 on 5 3-pointers, and then you get the one from Giebler as well. So they have really shot the ball well from three as Hayes High will pick up half court with 7.4 seconds left. Colby with no timeouts left. They throw it to Terrell near midcourt. Hayes High up 4 with 2 seconds. Now here's the three on the way. It's no good. Hayes High wins 44-40. And the Hayes High Lady Indians put an end to that 23-game losing streak that went all the way back a year plus 1 game. And the Hayes High Indians come away with a 44-40 victory. Hayes High led by double digits for most of the game. Had to go all the way back to the second quarter when Colby was within single digits, but the Lady Eagles made a run of it, and now that sets up a second year in a row matchup for Hayes High and the TMP Lady Monarchs. That will be for 4th place tomorrow here at the Hayes City Shootout. Hayes High led in the ball game by Maddie Schlafly on those 2 free throws that put Hayes High up by 4. That gives her double figures and matches her career high with 10. Audra Schmeiler finished with 8 before fouling out of the ball game, and then also 7 for Ashlyn Parrish. She scored the first 5 points of the ball game. Hayes High hangs on for a 44-40 victory as they move to 1-1 on the season. They'll head on to take on TMP tomorrow in the 4th and 5th place matchup here at the middle school. So our final once again, 44-40. Hayes High Lady Indians move to 1-1 on the season with the victory over the Colby Lady Eagles. Big thanks to Garrett Sanger and also Steven Anderson for our HaysPost.com and ECTV broadcast. And the Hayes High Lady Indians come away with a 44-40 victory, and this is Hayes High Indian basketball.